Hi. I've been thinking about carbon capture because we're just about to walk under the bully ancient ash, which has been capturing carbon now for 600 years and looks fit to capture carbon for another 600 years. So it got me thinking, well, what does this carbon capture process look like? Because I'm not a climate change skeptic, but I am a bit of an Ed Miliband skeptic, and so I think, well, if anything he's proposing probably needs a closer look at. And so I thought, he's quite confident. What's it all about? Is it a factory that you build on these sites? Or what? How does it capture the CO2? So I had a little look, and oh dear, there's the bully ancient ash in the background. Can you hear it sucking up that CO2 as we walk past? I thought, well, how's it going to work, this carbon capture? And not quite as plain sailing as Ed and two-tier Kia might have us think, because £22 billion is obviously a lot of money. What do you get for your money? Well, basically a big hole in the ground where you squirt the CO2 down. Now, if you live in the local area, you presumably worry about whether it's going to come squirting back out, or whether it's going to cause earthquakes, or earth tremors, I suppose is the more polite term for them. A little bit like we had with fracking. And I remember when I was in the nuclear industry, we were going to have, this is what we're going to do with our nuclear waste, put it way underground. We're going to have a deep repository at Drigg. I think that was the correct term for it, up in Cumbria. But that got ditched, either because it was too expensive or because the locals decided they didn't want it. But for whatever reason, we're now pushing ahead with this fool's mission. And what else do we expect from it? Ed Miliband, but a fool's mission, I ask you. He ought to stick to eating bacon sandwiches, didn't he? And as for Starmer, well, he ought to stick to his free gear and leave the rest of us to get on with our lives. What a stitch up.